So today I'm gonna tell you why you should learn a foreign language since you're at home in quarantine, and what would be the benefits of learning any foreign language. First of all, I'm sure there are free language apps that would be available to you on your Android phone or whatever phone you have, or even on iPhone. There's apps like Duolingo, which is a very good app. I really commend you to get that. Then there's Memrise, another good app that I found. Another app would be what was that app? Yeah, its name is Pimsleur. If you can afford it, but if you cannot, I would really commend you to get Duolingo. Duolingo is a very good app, and it's free. Let me tell you why I use Duolingo and how I'm using that to learn French. Duolingo, first of all, Duolingo helps you to learn everything from a beginner's standpoint. You just start learning from like A to Z. Even when we started studying in English, our teachers taught us a and the, and then the grammar rules and how verbs change and how adjectives change in a sentence. Exactly, that's how Duolingo teaches you. For example, let me give you a sentence. um, Je suis bored. So it's not Je suis bored, it's like Je suis une femme, which means I'm a woman. I'm a uh, femme is basically I am a woman. Okay, so woman, I am, you use un. And for the same sentence, for like, how do I say, a vowel, or like a noun, for example, a noun, so you'll be une, will be uh, how do I say that, okay, my I'm still learning so not that good. Let me change for, you know are you, like asking a question. uh, are you hungry? So you will probably ask that in French in tu vas je faim. So tu was faim. So yeah, which means like, are you hungry? So yeah, basically, so what I'm trying to say, the whole point of this is that Duolingo helps you in learning from the very smallest grammar mistakes. You will learn something if you take Duolingo. What Pimsleur, spelling is Pimsleur. What Pimsleur does is it helps you say things correctly. Like in Pimsleur, you learn how to pronounce things. Pronouncing, it's basically what Pimsleur gives you is, it has like, for example, it has conversations between two parties. One is like this foreigner person going somewhere in Paris, and there's the French person, and they're talking. And what Pimsleur does in helping you is basically, you hear their conversations, and then you say word for word and how they're pronouncing it. And I will say, I've just taken the free lesson, and it really helped. But I do not really need Pimsleur right now, because since I'm a complete beginner in French. And I would say that learning a foreign language doesn't just help you in learning that foreign language, and you will probably work as a French translator. You can look for work on Upwork or freelancer.com. It's not just only that. What it will help you is, it'll help you with memory skills. You'll remember more. You'll also, you can literally say that, hey, I know French and I know Spanish and I know something else. It's just like an added skill, and it helps with memory. It also, I've read in few articles that it helps in expansion of your gray matter in your brain. So there's that added, you know there's that added, how do you say, what's that word, there's that added oomph. Yeah. So And another thing, what happens when you speak more languages is you remember better for some reason. I think I've already mentioned the memory, and I think it's also, I don't know if that will happen to you or not, but you'll process better. So that's another an added incentive of learning a new language. Another thing would be to know about Duolingo is that it gives you I think around 9 languages if you are very good in English. It also has a very nice option for Hindi speakers to learn English. So that's also, if you need to work on your English, you can also do that, which I also do sometimes. But right now I'm using Duolingo to learn French and German, and I found that German is very, very, very similar to French. I mean, for example, you say father, and in German it's Vater, and it's like mother is Mutter. So I think it's very easy. If you know English, you can pronounce it like 50-50. Then I think French and German are quite similar, but the thing I also like about German is it's also very easy on the pronunciation, which you do not get with French. You have like words in French like au revoir, which you have to say au revoir. Basically, you have to make that pronunciation, but in a very nice way. It's like oh. So yeah, there's that added benefit, and you can work, you can apply for internships in companies which will take like translators. You can perhaps someday go work in France, and probably maybe that will be an added skill. I'm sure that will be an added skill for an MNC. Like multinational companies do need people who know more than one language, and that will definitely push your resume in front of other 50 people who do not know French, and then there's you who knows French. So problem kya hai, they will take your resume for the first, give you the preference, because they really should. Another thing I'll suggest when you're learning with Duolingo and Memrise, another app is Memrise. Memrise helps you with words and phrases basically. From the level I have studied after for like a month, I've only seen with them you can only know words and phrases. So basically, you will know words and phrases better, which also helps. Like what I do is I mix up with Duolingo and Memrise. I use both. So, and that really helps me to learn most about the grammar, and then I know the words and phrases that they use. Also, they have native speakers in video, so the native speakers know what you're speaking and how they sound like. So there's like an added challenge to it, which Duolingo doesn't do, because Duolingo is more like AI speaking. Like the if you'll see the pronunciation on the same word au revoir on Duolingo would be au revoir or something like that. But how native speakers speak is much more like they just make the sounds au revoir. So you there's that added challenge with Memrise, which I really like. I think that really helps when you're studying French, and not just French, with any other language. I think that would be really helpful. Another thing I will also suggest you to supplement with Duolingo and Memrise, or whatever app you like. I'll do recommend that keep Duolingo and then use some other app that suits your, or use Pimsley or whatever you like. And also go on YouTube, subscribe to a couple of YouTubers who are like French nationals who know French, or go on Instagram and follow a couple of French celebrities, or just follow influencers that you like, and they will choose the ones that use their local language, like French or whatever. And you have that button called see translation. You tap on that, so you can also see that. And also when they record, every influencers does make videos. Obviously, are gonna be like, oh, I'm so bored, my life is so dull. things like that. So whenever they're saying, just try to hear what they're in the beginning. You do not have to worry about, oh, if I understand this or don't understand this. Shouldn't be worried about that. Just try to listen what they're trying to say. hmm what's that word? That word sounds something that I've heard on Duolingo yesterday. So things like that, try to listen. And also a very good tip, when you're trying to write something and study something with French is, I'll suggest you to get like a storybook written by some bestseller, and try to write down the sentences, and you can see how like of native speaker of that language will phrase their sentences and their grammars. Also, another tip would be, when you are studying with Duolingo, you go and practice for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, then come back and write down the words that you remember, anything you remember, even if it's and in French is et, like I'm good, and you is ça va et toi. So just write it down somewhere, anywhere on your notes app, or you can go and perhaps make Instagram stories and just write the words. Sometimes I do that because it's fun, and I'm just reminding and recalling myself that, oh yeah, that's how you study sometimes. And I know sometimes I get lazy and I do not want to come and write down that all of that on the notebook, so I sometimes just post it on Instagram. So yeah, that's how it works for me. And I think I hope these suggestions are helpful. Tell me if you need to ask more questions, or you'd like to know more about my methods of studying a foreign language. I think that would be nice, or like to help. Okay, so see you, bye.